High five. George Foreman didn't like Derek Lewis that much. Derek Lewis says he once had his car repossessed by boxing legend George Foreman. Lewis shared an amusing story about boxing legend George Foreman, which spiraled into a separate story about Lewis' wife during a recent interview. Lewis will fight Cyril Gane for the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, interim heavyweight title at UFC 265, taking place at the Toyota Center in Houston, TX on August 7. Lewis dabbled in boxing after being scouted by Foreman and his team. Foreman's camp was in search of someone to box one of his sons. Fun fact, today I learned Foreman has 5 sons all named George Foreman. After enlisting, the Black Beast, and watching him spar, Foreman's camp realized that Lewis was a legitimate threat and instead chose to train him. Foreman gifted Lewis a car to drive while they were working together. I told him, no, I don't think boxing is going to be for me. By this time they had already given me a car. They were about to put me up in an apartment across from the gym I was training at in downtown Houston. I told them, nah, I don't want to do boxing. I'm going to stick to MMA, because I felt like MMA was easier than boxing. So they took the car away from me, Lewis told the Rich Eisen show. It was a Buick anyway. These days, Lewis has upgraded his rides. I drive a couple of cars. A Mercedes GTS and I'm waiting on my Lamborghini Huracan to get delivered next week, Lewis shared. I still need to stay low-key because my wife really doesn't like me being lavish. She thinks the chicken heads are going to come out of the woodwork. True story, he said. The scallywags come out with their little short dresses and all that. Trying to come up to me with the Ronda Rousey look-alike mask and wig and everything, trying to holler at me. Lewis may want to rethink the Huracan if he wants to keep a low profile. The potential future UFC heavyweight champion also revealed why he picked MMA over boxing. I believe it's more suitable to me because basically I'm a street fighter and MMA is mostly, I think, is street fighting without getting hit in the nuts or eye gouging. Boxing, I believe you have to train a lot more than MMA. Finished reading this story. The party doesn't have to stop. Click here to get more of the latest UFC news. Punch the like button and kick the subscription bell.